everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Reality Show Girls
with Whitney
and Eleni, your hosts.
Someone's really full of energy today.
I've been sleep deprived for multiple days, although you better not. Listen, that cat.
We've been dealing with the cat in our home.
Like the terrible twos.
Literally,
like the terrible twos.
On something today, you guys.
But anyways, I've been sleep deprived for like a couple of days. I didn't really sleep well last night, like kind of.
I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. So
yeah, you were like sitting. That's funny because like I was up at 5. So when you were closing your eyes for the first time, I was getting up to conquer the day. But anyways, very eventful weekend. We'll get into that in a second. Before we get into anything,
housekeeping. So yeah, if you're listening to us, that hopefully means you like us. And if you like us, then you should like, comment, subscribe, follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Reality Show Girls, and share the podcast with your friends and help us grow so that we can,
take over the world
and stuff.
Anyways, how was your weekend? We actually haven't even really spoken since this is what day is this?
Today's
Wednesday.
I
got back Sunday, but like I haven't been here and we've missed each other.
Yeah.
So this is actually a catch up for us too.
So. I mean, I had food poisoning on Thursday when you were leaving.
Yes.
So I was bedridden. And then the next day I was dehydrated. So I stayed bedridden. And then the next day
food poisoning takes out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just really bad all around.
Also, it's so funny because Kayla got food poisoning the day before.
Yeah.
And then you got food poisoning. And I was like, am I about to get food poisoning? I know it's not contagious, but I was just like...
something's in the air.
I was like, literally something's in the air because everyone's getting it around me. So therefore, I'm going to get it.
Yeah. So yesterday was like the first day I felt like somewhat normal. And I could actually eat a normal meal. But other than that...
You must be feeling so emptied out.
Oh yeah, I'm nice and skinty right now. Okay?
Light as a feather.
I could float away right now.
You could just fly away. If you don't go out, you might be blown away.
Yeah, with these March winds.
I'll never see you again. You'll just be flying in the air.
But also it's been very nice outside the past 2 days.
It's been very nice in New York City.
I sat in the park the other day.
Wait, really? What park?
Read a book, Union Square. Because I was...
It's a choice. It's a choice.
A lot of things were coming out of me on Thursday that literally my ear piercing came out. Yeah. I looked in the mirror
so hard that your earring came out.
My earring came out. It's this one on my forward helix, I believe it is.
Wait, where? Can you turn your head? Wait, you have that.
Yeah.
Wait, everyone always thinks I have one here because I have a hole right here.
Why?
I have a hole right here.
Why do you have a hole there?
I don't know.
I mean, is it a hole or is it just like a gap?
No, it's a hole. You can look at it in detail in a moment, but like it's a full hole. I've had it since I was little. People always thought like even in like kindergarten.
Mutant. I'm just kidding.
No, but it's funny because I've known 2 other people in my life to have it.
That are related to you or no?
No. Anyways, I digress. The earring came out.
So I had to go to a piercing place to get it put back in. And I went there before and I liked the girl. She was very chill. So
okay,
she helped me out.
That's good. Did you tell her how it happened?
Yeah, I sure did.
What'd she say?
She said, my gosh.
She said, my gosh, I'm never going back to Chick-fil-A. And then you're like, I should just stop by Chick-fil-A.
No, I've not gone back.
Do you think you ever will?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Let's be real.
I think I've gotten sick from Chipotle multiple times and I'm like, it's okay. What?
Damn. Chipotle?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't eat there very often anyway. So
not like food poisoning, but just like ill in the stomach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I get like everything. I'm like, I'll take it all. Everything. Everything on the bowl. I'll have the everything. All everything bowl. All inclusive. Okay, so that's a very opposite weekend for me.
I also just want to talk about
sure,
the movie I watched last night.
Please tell me. I love I love talking about the movies that we choose to watch and what they do to us. Why did you choose that?
Well, because
venture?
I love Leo Woodall.
Okay.
He's in One Day, and he was in the second season of White Lotus. Or
Why
was that
can't I
season
think
2?
of this person?
He was like the younger cute guy that was on the boat, and his uncle owned the boat, and it was all the gays killing what's her face.
Yeah, like I remember the character. I can't remember the face. But like I know that he was. Yeah, I know, but I don't. You know,
I have like the biggest crush on him.
Yeah, I remember he was hot.
He's like puppy dog face. Like I'm a sucker for like
Where's
sad
the hot
eyes.
people in White Lotus this season?
Not here. I mean, they're never really that hot anyway. But
they're like kind of sneakily hot.
Because like I didn't think Leo was hot in White Lotus. It wasn't until I watched One Day that I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with this man.
I just remember the other guy was hot, like in the couple. The two couples.
What's his face? I forget his name.
He's hot.
Mm-hmm.
He's even hot in White Lotus.
But I just think of him in Divergent. That was like his breakout movie, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I could remember his name.
Yep. These names are just people listening to this podcast are probably so pissed. They're like,
don't worry, guys.
Stupid girls. Okay.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Theo James. I was like, I know it's similar to Leo.
Not me forgetting Theo James's name.
So yes. Anyway, I watched the 4th Bridget Jones movie, which I didn't know was the 4th one. I thought there were only 3 of them.
I actually didn't know there was a 4th one, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, but I was just on Peacock because I was going to watch Summer House, but then I saw Leo and I was like, you know, I just want to see him. So I turned it on.
Yeah.
And it was really cringy. I'm like, Bridget Jones, can you brush your freaking hair? Like, I know you're meant to be like relatable and just like a silly girl like us, but like, my God.
That's unrelatable. I brush my hair.
Exactly. Like, it was like a rat's nest, and she would only put it in a side ponytail. I'm like, girl. I know you are widowed now with 2 children and you're doing everything yourself, but just put a clip in your hair. I'll take a claw clip. Anyway, I digress. She somehow bagged Leo for part of the movie. But the whole thing, I was literally cringing the whole time because it was just so like...
So bad good?
So bad. So bad good. But then like the
so bad that it's good.
I mean, it wasn't very good.
No, but it's good. But it's entertaining. But you didn't turn it off.
No, like I was cringing so hard at one part that I couldn't look at the screen.
Oh.
Like I had to like look away because I was so embarrassed. Like I was just like, this doesn't happen in real life. Also, there was this whole, when she was hooking up with Leo for the first time, it was in her home and her kids are somewhere in the house. I was afraid because they left the door open. No. And I'm just like,
this is
you would close your door if you know your children are asleep somewhere and you're about to have sex for the first time.
That's crazy.
And they didn't show that happening. And I was just, but luckily I was afraid the kids were going to walk in.
Yeah.
They didn't. But I was stressed the entire time. So I couldn't even enjoy the scene of her finally getting with the man after being...
Because you were cringing
alone,
and too
because
afraid.
I was cringing and scared and embarrassed the entire time.
You were like, you were flushed watching it.
I mean, no, not flushed. Just like...
It drained you.
Anyway.
Icky.
Ick. But all that to say, at the end of the movie, the last 10 minutes were actually really sweet. And because it went back to
after all that ick, you stayed
all
through.
All that ick, I powered through, and I literally was sobbing. And it has to do with like death and stuff. And I've had to deal with a lot of that lately. So, therapeutic, I guess you could say. I love crying to movies, though. Is that weird?
No, I don't think so at all.
I love a good cry.
Yeah, because it's like you're releasing emotions that are inside you, but you like fixated it on the movie. So it's like a release of some sorts.
Yeah. And you'll never catch me doing it when I'm watching it with other people, but when I'm alone.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you cry when we're watching something.
Oh, you want to see the picture I took? I took a picture of myself.
Well, I think this is so funny that girls take pictures of cry.
Well, no, I literally just want to see what I looked like.
Yeah, no, but like I do the same thing. I do the same thing all the time. I just think it's funny.
It was in night mode, so it didn't capture it.
No, like, can I see? Oh my God! Wait, can I look at it closer?
I'm like, oh my God.
You look distressed. What is all this edit around?
It's because it was in night mode. It just went crazy. And I was like, yeah, that's basically how I was feeling.
You look like a Dementor. No offense. No offense, but you look like a Dementor.
It was so funny. And then I was like crying and like laughing at the same time. It was great.
What time was this at?
This was like at 2 a.m.
Wow, I was dead to the world.
Yeah.
It's my magnesium.
Yeah, I need some of that.
Yeah.
Because then I couldn't sleep for hours, and then I finally sprayed some lavender, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's all about that lavender spray.
It really is.
Yeah, that scent literally puts me to sleep.
Because the other day, Katie gave me a massage at work, and she had some like lavender, like,
and you were dead to the world.
She had lavender stuff to rub with, and like as soon as she did it, I was like, y'all, I can't work anymore. I'm so tired.
You're like, I'm spent.
Which is why I immediately went to bed when I came home.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
but
so
I also
sleepy.
was like, I need to go to bed as well.
Anyway, that's
the
my
time change
time.
kind of like messed me up because
It messed me up so much.
I also like it messed me up, and then I also thought it was a different time because I changed our microwave time, and I'm always in the kitchen, our little kitchen. I'm always there, and I changed it, but Whitney had already changed it, so it was like already off. So then it was like double off, and I was just like thinking that it was this time, and then Whitney's like, how long ago did you change this? I was like, I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what's happening.
I was just like, to me, not like, checking
wow,
your
girl,
clock.
To not look at the phone is
because
crazy.
I like to,
I know,
match
to tie
it up.
right up. Yeah.
She just said, beep,
I just said, fuck it. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I know, that was wild.
Crazy
I
work
feel
from
so
her.
exposed because I did do that. And I was like, fuck. And then you said that, and I just got quiet. I was like, fuck. And even when I was doing it, I was like, I hope I don't fuck up. But I didn't care enough to double check.
I was like, wow, that's so funny.
Yeah, you're like, she's really sleep deprived.
But yeah, tell me about your wedding.
I mean, it actually, nothing really happened. Nothing too dramatic.
That's good though.
It was good. Like everything went smoothly. Like it was just kind of like, it's just like, it's a long weekend. It's a long, like you get in the mindset and you're like, here we go. Here we go. Bridal brunch into like running to the hotel. And then she had like hair and makeup waiting for her. Like, and then I'm just kind of like, I'm bored. So I'm going to redo my face. So I changed up my look. The dress I wore, I didn't like any of the dresses I wore. The bridesmaid's dress was cute. It was like black and like a high neck moment. Everyone looked good in it. I kind of had a dramatic morning. Like I get allergies when I go home because it's just like I'm not used to like
the southern air.
Yeah, it's like
the humid.
I don't know what's in the air because I was like, it wasn't like pollen or anything yet, but like she was like trying to do my makeup and I was like tearing. And I was like, and I also sobbed that morning too, unrelated. But when you like cry and then your eyes are just sensitive and then like she was trying to put the eyelash on and the sun was in my eyes because she was using natural light. Oh Lord, we could not get this eyelash on. It was a whole mess. I was like the problematic bridesmaid because my eyelashes wouldn't stay on.
Damn.
And then I also didn't know what to do with my hair. I was so indecisive. It was a mess. And I literally don't
What did you end up doing?
I did a low pony.
Oh.
Random.
Okay.
I panicked. My cousin was like, just do a low pony. And I was like, fuck it.
I just remember you doing your hair that was the night before.
That was the rehearsal dinner, yeah.
Okay.
Or the bridal brunch into the rehearsal dinner. But I re-curled it in between. I did it myself.
Proud of you.
I don't know how to do hair or anything. I'm just out here. I don't know how I don't know how to do anything, but I don't know how to do anything.
That's all right. You're learning.
I'm learning. Anyways. Yeah, the only like weird thing was that like some guy came up to me at the cocktail hour and was like, Eleni. And he was like really hot. And I was like, oh my God, bro, why are you so hot? And how do you know me? And he was just like, it's me. I forgot his name already. Connor.
Oh.
Cody. Cole.
White man
with the C name. And he was cute. He was like, Eleni, do you remember me? And I was like, bitch.
How did he know you?
I literally said, I don't know you. I couldn't. I was too stunned that he was hot and knew me and I couldn't play it off.
But what did he say?
He said we did spring break together. No, we didn't.
What?
I literally don't remember it, Whitney, but how would he know my name? It was me.
We did spring break together when?
I'm like, when? The fuck? Middle school, high school? He was like, yeah. And then I was like, what school do you go to? And then he was like, Wesleyan. And I was like, bitch, I don't know. Like he was like, duh. And I was just like, and then I was like, he's kind of cute. And then his wife was with him.
Nah,
Oh, so I was like, okay, Jesus.
they always got a wife.
And then the one single guy that was like kind of cute, that was a groomsman, I talked to and lost brain cells
Oh no.
speaking to.
No.
And then he was just ugly to me the rest of the week because he was just so meh. Everyone else was married, not even like in relationships. Everyone around me was married. All the bridesmaids, I'm the only bridesmaid that was single. Everyone else is married or fiancéed up. Or one girl, the other girl that was single, she has a boyfriend now. So she's not even, and then this was so embarrassing. Wait, this is so embarrassing. We had to like, it's an outdoor wedding. So we had to like put our phones somewhere. And like the wedding planner like comes up to us, coordinator of the fuck. She came up to us and she was like, you guys can just leave your phones with your boyfriends and then, or husbands, and then you can go. And I was like, what if you don't have a boy? I was literally like, oh my God. I was like freaking out because I had a panic in the panicking speaking. I literally had like a panic attack in the morning about my life. And then that question was asked, and I literally like looked at the other girl that I was like kind of kikiing with, and I was just like, bro, it's not my day.
Oh my God. Ugh, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry.
I was like, what if you don't have a boyfriend?
Mhm.
And I was walking down the aisle with my cousin Matthew, and I was just like, can you hold my lip gloss on my phone? He's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you're a real one.
Yeah.
I was like, you're a real one, Matthew. You really are real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was like a fun reception, like, you know, good times, good to see family members. We went to the club afterwards. We Ubered home. I literally door dashed Waffle House to the house.
Wow.
And we ate it at like 4 a.m. because of the time change.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just like, we're fucked. And then we were watching Survivor and I fell asleep on the couch. And that was my weekend.
Wow. Well, I don't know what that's like. I mean, I just,
What?
I'm just not around a ton of people all the time. So I'm like, I just don't have that experience of being like, oh, I'm the only single one. But I guess if I were like at home and all my friends from at home were still also at home, some of them moved away, they would all be in relationships.
Yeah,
So
it's like they think I'm so like, my aunt like came up to me and like while the eyelash was not coming on and my eyes were tearing and I was redoing my makeup because I didn't like it, and I was trying to redo my hair because I didn't like it, like everything was a mess. And she came up to me and she was just like, you need to get out of this depression. And like kind of, yeah, it was actually kind of crazy. I was literally like, wow, like I said, wow, this is happening. Like this is happening. My eyelash can't come on. I literally don't know what's happening.
But why would you add fuel to the fire?
Oh, because she did not know. Because she did not know I was suffering that morning. And they're like,
They never
all
know.
the bridesmaids are like, where's Eleni? We have to give her Zyrtec. I was like, I hate everything.
Not Eleni. Please. Please.
They couldn't say, the wedding coordinator like couldn't say my name. And she was always just
These
like, really
guys none of them are Greek?
Oh no, this was a full white wedding. This was like not a Greek wedding.
White wedding.
White wedding. It was a white wedding.
Wait, no, did you not know that song?
Wait, no, I don't.
I was referencing a song.
Oh,
I'm
just being weird.
I was giving song.
You were giving song, but then I started doing a weird voice, and then it turned into Trump. I don't. Okay. Yeah, it was a white.
It's a nice day for a white wedding. You never heard that song?
I did. I know that song because other cousin that got married, her last name is White.
Oh, wow.
So we said that the whole weekend.
Nice. Okay.
So yes, I do.
Okay,
But like,
great.
I don't know why I didn't.
I just want to make sure.
No, I know. All right, I'm done talking about this wedding.
Yeah.
I think that's it. But it is kind of alarming every time I go home. It's like, it is the pressure that like I'm one of the only single people. But it's like just so crazy. I'm just like, it's fine. Like, everyone calm down. They panic me.
Oh, for sure. Because their lives are just so different from yours here. Like,
she basically was just like, you're failing. Like, you haven't booked anything.
Oh my God.
So it's like, in her eyes, it's like, I'm failing. I'm not like in a relationship. I'm not doing well in my career because I'm not booking anything. So it's just kind of, she's just like, you need to get out. And respectfully, I just kind of was just like, one step at a time, baby girl. I got to get this eyelash on first. Let me walk down the aisle and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I would just say, I feel like, I mean, I was just talking to my other actor friends. I feel like the majority of actors right now are just all in this weird funk. Because I see like on people's stories, like this whole thing of like, most people would give up at this moment, but it's the ones that push through that are successful. Like I've seen at least 5 different people post that same essence
Is everyone
of
okay?
a story.
Yeah.
So we're all going through it.
I don't have many friends that are booked right now.
Exactly. Like, I think it's kind of like because of what shows are being offered.
Like,
right
how
now,
many times can we do Jersey Boys and
Waitress and
Beautiful?
And now we're sprinkling in like Frozen. And
Frozen has gotten like a big,
and Tootsie.
Yeah.
And like all these top shows.
Yeah.
Because you know what the issue is? It's not us.
Oh, sure.
We are not the reason. I mean, maybe we're a bit of the reason why we're single.
Yeah.
But the majority of men are just not it right now. We look like angels, goddesses, like mermaids of the sea, like
mermaids.
And these men look like they came from the depths of the earth, crawled from the ground, in like
from
through
the sewer,
dumpsters, in the sewers.
Goblins. And they're goblins.
And you know, I mean, it's being shown even more so when we watched the freaking finale of Love is Blind.
God, Love is Blind. We were just like, and it was just guys getting exposed, left, right, center, exposed. You're a bitch, you're fake.
Of the goblins that they are.
All the goblins. And then I'm sat there looking at like these angels, angel baby mermaids, and they're perfect.
So,
girls rule, boys drool. It's
period.
Tales told. Thank you. Tale as old as time.
I wish it could be.
And that's what they've said from the beginning. I will down this hill.
We really got to get into Love is Blind. There's so much to say about them.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Don't worry.
But before we do, there is a little tea. What were we going to say? Something about Blake Lively?
Oh, listen, there's a lot of tea. Well, what was the Blake... Guys, I'm so sorry I have to talk about Blake Lively.
We have to give her little updates on the Blake Lively situation.
Point, we're like literally reporters for this case.
I mean, this was just a TikTok I found. This is just a speculation.
I like it though.
Of what could be going on with Miss Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds to have caused all of this chaos and drama. Perhaps this is just a floater idea. This is perhaps a trigger warning for those who might be in situations of not good relationships. But perhaps Ryan Reynolds is a bit. It seems that he might be controlling in the relationship. He might.
Ryan Reynolds being controlling, bitch. I've been saying that from the beginning. I knew it was Ryan. I mean, it's just speculation. But
Ryan has his whole foot in this.
He is. The problem is Ryan.
Like originally, people thought like, oh, Blake is flirting with Justin, but it could be that Justin, as he's done all this research for this project, he's probably seeing the signs of not a good relationship. Between her and Ryan, because there was some Instagram post that this girl brought up on the TikTok, and it was like, this is my first time away from the kids, like since they've been born. I feel like I am
first off, what?
Crazy. Yeah. She was just basically feeling like she like has broken free and she's able to do what she wants, but she's also like sending pictures to Ryan everywhere she goes. And so it's just like this weird dynamic where it's like, yes, I'm finally able to do what I want to do, but then I'm still having to check in with Ryan all the time. And so it made her speculate, like, what if that's what this whole thing is that Justin was just like, hey, are things actually okay with you guys? And maybe it caused a spiral of events from there.
Yes.
And who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case.
Yeah.
This is total speculation. Either way, it doesn't mean that like Blake is a victim. I mean, like her being a victim of that doesn't cancel her out from the things that she's done to Justin.
I agree.
And just in life in general, because she still is not a great person.
Yeah, but I do think it's all rooted in Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it is Ryan's fault, and things are starting, like people are starting to analyze it. The public is like analyzing this whole situation so hard.
Yeah.
And
it never ends.
It's tea. I can't watch The Proposal anymore. Because Ryan.
That was one of my fave movies. That's the thing. I was like, I loved Ryan Reynolds. I really did.
He was so good in The Proposal.
Like I would
movie.
put him as like one of my celebrity crushes. Like last year, I would have said that, but now,
no, I only like him in The Proposal. Really?
No, he's like done some other stuff.
Good, yeah,
some other rom-com movies.
Good.
Yeah.
He's fucking good. And so was Blake. I wanted to be Blake Lively, Gossip Girl. I ate that shit up when I was little.
I actually didn't care for her in
Serena
Gossip Girl.
Vanderwoodson. I was up in that bitch.
But alas,
Is her the traveling pants?
Yeah,
she was so
that
cool.
Was when I
resonated with her because she's like the sporty one. I'm so Blake Lively. Anyways, that's the new speculation.
That's that. I really want to get into Love Is Blind because there's also been so much tea coming out, particularly about Mr. Joey. But I think we should just dive into what happened and what happened on the reunion, and then it'll all fall into place with the tea that has come from since then.
All right, let's get into it. So, Love Is Blind.
So we didn't talk about the weddings at all.
I mean, what?
Truly,
none of it worked out except
only Taylor and Daniel, which was expected.
Yeah.
But I was pretty shocked that Virginia and Devin, like that whole situation happened. I wasn't expecting for her to say no. And I don't think anyone at that wedding was expecting for her to say no either.
I don't think I
maybe
agree.
Her mom.
I agree with you. I don't know what's wrong with Love Is Blind. And the fact that they somehow have a lot of airtime, yet they don't air the right things.
They don't.
Or they don't record, they don't film the right things.
Granted,
why are we filming No, I need the conversations.
Because the big points of Virginia made for why she didn't want to get married to him was that like their political views and just their beliefs in general weren't aligned. And it didn't seem like he was gonna like.
Yeah, I mean, basically, like he believes what he believes, and she really was like bothered by that, and she wanted to be on the same page. And he tried to make it
about like faith, but she was like, "No, I literally use my faith to make my." She was just
like, "You don't support the LGBTQ."
And it turns out, sorry, I just found out that like her mom is like in government or something like that, and so was her aunt or something.
Oh, so she's like deeply rooted Democrat. Yeah,
exactly. Like that's just the people that she's around. So of course,
and he's like not a Democrat for sure.
He's probably like a freaking libertarian or like
he voted for Trump.
You know, I don't know.
I would break up with my soon-to-be husband if he said he voted for Trump
for this term. Yeah.
Even the last term, and even the first term.
I mean, yeah. But it's just like,
I mean, there's also like reasonings and stuff, but like this recent term to vote for him,
scary.
And to say that you like want to be with a woman is crazy.
That. Anyway,
like you're gonna look at me and say you want to be with me after you voted for, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we're single.
Who knows? It was the politics thing, but she said that they weren't very sexually connected.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I barely ever saw them kiss or hug or anything, really.
Well, I mean, I could have predicted this from the beginning. And I also predicted Joey and Monica not working out either because they were just so like weird when they met.
They were just super friend vibes. And that
was so weird.
It was all on him. But before we get into that, and
it was a little blindsided the other thing for her. I feel like he was blindsided, but
yeah, I think his whole family was blindsided.
When she explained it, I was like,
it makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense.
But because it was also because he got a check from like a family friend or something like that and didn't tell her about it, like for their wedding present.
The check, check.
His mom was like telling her everything. Because his mom is the one that told Virginia about the check. And so she was like waiting for him to tell her, and he never did.
That mom looked like a troll's doll. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, she didn't really trust him. They didn't have a sexual connection. Their views weren't aligned. And she was saying that she felt like she was protecting him. And at first I was like, what does she mean by that? But she kind of spoke about it in the reunion. She was like, when we wanted to, like, he didn't want to talk about the politics and all that stuff on camera. So I think that's what she meant by like protecting him, where she was like, okay, I don't want you to come off a certain way, so I'm going to do what will help you out.
Yeah.
And I just think she's just much more grown and ready, and he's still got some learning to do, because it seems like he honestly depends a lot on his parents to make decisions for him, and he's got to learn how to stand on his own 2 feet on his own.
Stand on your own 2 feet.
And stop buying new Jordans for them feet too.
And also, wasn't he like in debt? He had some debt.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Debt.
Actually, I don't think so.
I think he did because that's what the.
Oh wait, no, because she was like, "Yeah, I'd be willing to help you pay off whatever." So yeah, that was them. The other one that Sara and Ben, I actually didn't think that she was going to say no either. I was very happy that she said no at the altar.
It was like it was teetering back and forth, but the last conversation of her stepdad walking her down the aisle, I was sort of like, how are you going to say yes after like your whole family is like say no?
Basically.
I mean, like,
yeah.
So she says no. He seems like a little blindsided, but also like.
But he also just kept smiling the whole time, and that's the thing where I'm just like, quit being so passive.
Yeah, like
just say how you actually feel.
Was so weird.
Like Ben is just so wishy-washy.
It was a weird season. Same with like, sorry, I keep talking about Monica and Joey. I know we're gonna get there, but like their reactions too were just like they're like laughing, and so I was just like,
well, that was giving more of just like nervous reaction to me. But
I don't care.
Ben
I'm like, be
is
sad.
Just fucking weird to me.
I'm like, y'all are all weird for like not running off like Giannina did. Like we need
iconic.
Like I need that. I need her falling in her wedding dress like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can touch the first season. Because that reveal used to be like actually a big deal, but now it's like not.
No.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was just weird to me because Sara, like after she said no, it seemed like she had a lot of like opinions about like how she felt about him and everything. And I was just like, where was this before the wedding?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, where were all these things? Like it was so decided, but it's like we didn't even see those thoughts even be made or even discussed. Like some things like very minor, but there was like new points of view, like the check came up. The check came up after they broke up. I'm like, the check should have been in the tea in that episode where we were just sat bored as fuck watching these people talk about nothing. But then all the tea comes out in the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just think
I'm like,
it was just strange how like they let things out.
Yeah.
And then getting to Monica and Joey.
Oh Lord.
Like, I mean, I guess you can say her sister was right. You know, her sister, as bitchy as she was.
We were all kind of against the sister low key, but
she knew.
Let's, if your family member is so passionate about someone and they feel it out, it's like, that's their gut. That's the gut.
Yeah. Also, the minute he had that longboard, when I saw him step out of the car with the longboard and ride it into the building, I said, no. Jail. Absolutely
Immediately jail.
Then all the men wearing Hawaiian shirts under their jackets. Prison.
Okay. Then Hawaiian shirts are prison.
Like enough. Then he has the nerve to ride the longboard down the freaking aisle.
Crazy.
Divorce.
Beheaded.
No survival.
Hung. Crucified.
Oh God. Like, no. That told me everything I needed to, like, I don't need to know anything about that man. Anything else. I just saw that.
This is why I don't trust people with long hair.
First of all, and even on the wedding day, his hair didn't look good. I'm like, have you heard of a brush? My friend?
Oh God, he looked so bad at the reunion and she looked so good. Her glam was everything.
Glam was glamming. She said, I will come to this event looking on point.
Spray tan, not a blemish.
It was bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Bam.
But what is annoying, well, because we're like, they don't show this stuff, is that there was a deleted scene. I didn't know that they do this, but you can literally see it's like 6 or 7 minutes of like deleted scenes on Tudum, TUDUM.com. I guess it's something to do with Netflix.
Timu?
Might as well be.
Timu.com.
But they have a bunch of deleted scenes from the season, and they showed a deleted scene of Monica and Joey, and Monica went to meet Joey's friends at the bar. And she was like, yeah, I'm so excited or whatever. And like his friends that are girls talking to her were like, this is so crazy to us because he literally, what am I trying to say? He would literally say that I don't want to be married. Like that was the thing. Like, he just never wants to get married.
Like he really just said he wanted to be on TV and didn't want to marry anyone.
That's basically what it was giving.
He just wants attention. That's like literally what it was giving.
And she was like, what? I had no idea about this. He's never told me this.
Yeah.
Like if we had seen that, we would have just known. And
we would have known.
That's okay for us to know, Netflix. It's okay.
It would have been okay.
Like, if anything, just give us the tea so that we can start arguing about, like, are you here for me or are you here for the views, you know? I would rather see that than just be like this weird freaking friendship relationship, and him trying to blame the whole thing on her sister
Yes.
is also crazy to me.
That was just like he
It's
was
like,
just
girl,
trying to, yeah.
No, you just did not feel physically attracted to her.
She was really upset though, because she ultimately said in her like confessional, like, I am choosing this decision because I kind of like know what he's going to say that.
Yeah. And like, he just never showed any validation to her
Ever.
that he actually really loves her. And it was also
just
interesting
weird.
because
It was always weird.
She did say, I love you at the altar to him.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, that's the first time that she's ever said, I love you to me. So the fact that they just, like, if I haven't even told you I love you and you guys are going to be down the aisle, that's the other thing I don't understand. Is that they don't have to go and be on the altar to do this.
Yeah.
So why go to all this effort? Why have, because the one sentimental thing he did was that he had a wheelchair for his sister that passed away. And I'm like, why would you go through all this effort and do all of these things and bring all your family to just say no?
I really do think they get paid more.
They must. There must be some incentive.
Yeah, because they probably get paid per episode.
But it's like, why would you want to do that to your whole family? I would rather just say, let's not do this. I don't want to spoil
he's weird.
Walking down the aisle for the first time and putting on a wedding dress.
I know.
And having that moment just for it to be for shits and giggles.
I know. I mean, that's the reality of this show, is that it's so high stakes. And like on The Bachelor, a lot of people like complain that they're like, you took away my engagement. Like, I'll never have like no. But it's like, imagine that, the wedding dress.
That's, I feel like, more crazy to me than getting engaged.
Yeah, The Bachelor needs to chill out with that.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get into the reunion? Because
yes,
there's so much to say. Another thing,
wait, can I also, sorry, this was just so random, but the decor, not the choices that they made for Virginia and Devin's wedding, her bouquet. Did you notice her bouquet?
No.
It was this strange ribbon black thing with like these sprouting like flowers, and I thought it was god awful.
Oh.
I was like, girl, why are you holding, it looked like you were holding folded silverware. It was giving be our guest. It was giving I'm playing the role of napkin. I was like, what is this thing? I'm so sorry, but please don't ever do that again, Virginia. Because everything else, I loved her dress. Her dress was my favorite out of all of them.
Was it the one with like,
it was like off the shoulder and like sparkly, and she just looked stunning.
Also I loved it. Like, it was so obvious it was Taylor and Daniel. Was that her name?
Yeah.
Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
Because they had like a live singer.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Taylor and Daniel, but you know, yeah, the minute that the live singer started singing, I was like, they're getting married.
They're getting married.
It's
I literally I was live texting Whitney because
that was the first note I wrote down.
Yeah, I was just like, this is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into the reunion. First off, Nick and Vanessa are looking good. They're ready. They're sat. Vanessa's ready to go.
This is the best they've ever done at a reunion.
I know. I'm really proud of them. It's like they like listen to us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they are listening to the public. They have to.
They have to.
They have to if they want to keep their jobs.
I'll give them that. They listen and they serve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just a general note. The men looked horrible. I mean, like red in the face. I saw every pore.
Mm-hmm.
The girls glammed.
Oh, Ben? I'm sorry, but his face.
Yeah, he looked puffy.
The jowls.
He needs a gua
sha. You need to be doing your exercises. You are inflamed, sir.
He needs to get that gua sha stone. He needs to ice his face in the morning, depuff.
Because baby,
you're having too much sodium or something.
Yeah.
Damn, we're fucking roasting this man.
Hey, he deserves it. Sorry.
Yeah. I did want to say something about Joey though, because I don't know, this kind of came out about Joey. There's a lot of things coming out about Joey, but one specifically is that he actually did apply for The Bachelor.
Yes, and his Bachelor audition tape is out there somewhere. It's out there. I've seen clips of it on TikTok, and it's absolutely horrifying.
It's weird.
It's like weird skits, like he's trying to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, it's giving YouTube in 2009.
Yeah. And so I'm also wondering, like, is this an audition tape or is this just him?
Yeah, I don't
making
really
videos.
Know. I don't really know. But anyways, I just
all that
That
So like this man just really wanted to be on TV.
Yes.
That's the crux of it all. I don't understand why he would want to go on dating shows if he doesn't want to get married.
Yeah.
Like go do Survivor or The Mole. He would have been a hit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you doing this? I digress. But the first thing they talk about is they talk to Taylor and Daniel because they're the only successful couple there. And we gotta fucking talk about the tattoo. The tattoo that Daniel got of Taylor's eyes is criminal.
It's so
Jail,
bad.
Divorce, beheaded.
Like, it's not just the eyes. It's like a weird rectangle.
It's literally just like a picture, and he cropped it on his iPhone and said, "Hey, can you put this on me?"
And then the tattoo artist was like, "So do you want like the full?" And he's like, "Yep."
But that's my question.
He was like, so he traced it out on him.
Did the tattoo artist actually ask him that question? Because I think any tattoo artist would have been like, "Bro, we can't do it like this.
Maybe we should just do the eyes.
Just the eyes. Maybe just a fade away, like from, like a gradient
maybe a little
effect.
bit smaller. Maybe just one eye.
But for it to be a block, a brick on your fucking, what do you call this? Your
pec?
Your pec?
Oh, it was on his pec, right?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
A brick of eyes on your pec is insane.
It's a choice.
Imagine being Taylor and just sleeping on his chest, and then you wake up in the morning and you're staring back at yourself like that.
And I don't understand why he put it on his chest, because he's not going to see it ever.
No.
So what's the point in getting the eyes?
I would literally divorce him.
So you're at the beach.
And you know that was a surprise. You know he didn't tell her about it. And she's like, "Oh, wow."
You're at the beach. And he's
my lazy eye is on your chest.
Oh, Lord, she's got a lazy eye.
She said that. She literally said that.
That's
I have a lazy eye. And he's like, "No, it's so cute."
They're so weird.
That's fucking insane.
So our only normal couple is doing that. Okay, good. That's the start of the reunion. What was next?
Then it went into
It was a good reunion, I'll say. It was very entertaining.
Also, I feel like Nick spoke for most of it, which was on purpose, because Vanessa does not need to be holding it down. When she did speak, it was correct. Yeah. She just needs to be put on a little bit of a muzzle. Yeah. But then they talked to Virginia and Devin, and Devin's mom was exposing all of the secrets to Virginia about the check, but also there was something else that she mentioned too, I think. But anyway, she was like, "Yeah, she came over. I was at a basketball game and Devin's mom talked to me, blah, blah, blah." But Virginia was also upset because I guess Devin's ex-girlfriend is like one of his closest friends. And like she's dating someone else in his circle now. So like, I kind of understand like how you can't really remove them from your life.
Yeah.
But it is weird to get like a whole handwritten letter.
It's bizarre.
The day before, or the day of the wedding or something.
It's bizarre, yeah.
Like I would also be like,
I understand that it's in the friend group, but it's just like
you couldn't just send a text. You had to write it down.
The letter is giving romantic.
That. Yeah.
Like just text.
Just send a text. But Devin trying to make it seem like that Virginia ghosted him. When she was like, "I was the one reaching out to you, sir."
Yeah.
And
so then it was like he was just totally exposed and he had nothing to say at the end.
Mm-hmm. And it was just kind of like her word against his. Like, what are you going to do about it? Honestly,
I pick her.
He was dressed like a penguin. So
he looked like he was about to have a hibachi dinner.
Yes. Put a chef hat on him.
Put the hibachi penguin in the kitchen because he was about to serve it up.
Club Penguin?
His outfit was giving if Club Penguin had a hibachi restaurant.
There is something though where you're a chef on there.
Yes, but not hibachi.
What is it though?
Yeah, it's definitely there's the pizza one. Oh fuck, I love the pizza one.
Dang, am I about to go on Club Penguin?
But there was another one because don't get me started because I was always at the dojo and I was always playing that game.
I was playing all the games.
I have my black belt.
Wow.
I have my black belt.
I don't think I was committed to that bit.
Branch out 38.
I don't know what that means.
That was my username.
I just did the secret thing.
Why was my username Branch Out 38?
Girl, I don't know. I have like 10 accounts. So
me too. I had another one. I had like multiple. I had like a boyfriend. I had like 7 boyfriends.
Oh yeah.
I was at the dojo. I was playing that fun game where you go down what was the one with the pearl? And you had to like get the pearl from the clam. Oh, that was so much fun.
My memory's shot. I don't know.
I love
Anyway,
Club
we're getting
Penguin.
off topic. We have a lot to talk about.
Okay, sorry. Can we please just talk about Club Penguin a little bit longer?
Ben and Sarah. So after the wedding, it seemed like they were talking and trying to make things work. But
so it seems.
Because she was like, I was doing, travel nursing. I had to go to Nashville. And he was supposed to come with me for like 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah, this part got confusing. So essentially, I think they were trying to make it work, but they weren't together.
Yeah.
But they were talking.
I'm still confused because it seemed like she literally like drove down, like, and I was expecting him the next day. And then as soon as she left, he just took her off Find My Friends, like went out with his friends and just completely stopped talking to her.
Yes.
But then he was like, we broke up. So I just assumed that I could just let you go once you left. But I'm like, what do you mean? You made plans with her. So what's the actual story?
What's the actual? That was confusing to me because like I can understand if they talked about breaking up and then he like removed her when she left. Like that's fine.
But like, so my question is, was the last conversation a breakup or was it a I'll see you in Nashville?
I don't know. It sounds like she thought is I'll see you in Nashville and he thought it was a breakup.
But I'm like, how do you confuse those two things?
Confuse those two things? Because it's either like, are you coming or are you not?
That.
And and then apparently she texted him like, you removed me, like what the fuck? And then he was just like
trying to give all these like apologies that she said seemed scripted. And
she was like, it seems scripted. And then like he texted her again the next day and she just kind of like ghosted him. So I'm like, okay, so there's a little fault on your part because like even if it's scripted, he responded to you.
Yeah.
So like talk to him, call him.
That's the thing. I'm like, I need answers. I don't like to go unfinished business. I need to know that it's over. And
like,
if not, me. I'll be spiraling for years.
Yeah, just like call. But just like call him or something. Like it just was weird. And then they press in more about the like the TikTok of it all, that girl with the TikTok. And she was just like, I read all of it. And it was just like so obvious that like she was right.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was a blessing in disguise for all of it. So obviously they're not together.
But also he like texted her that he spoke to Jimmy from
oh my God, that was so funny.
The Charlotte season of Love is Blind and was like, yeah, he told me to like rehearse my answers for the reunion.
That was a weird thing.
And he was like, I didn't say that. And then I saw Jimmy posted on TikTok and was like, I was just, because I mean, this does make sense. Like if you're a person that's been on the show before, obviously people reach out to people that go on to the show. This is like on the Bachelor, Survivor, any show.
Yeah, now there's like
give
a
them
hub.
advice.
Yeah.
You know? And he's just saying like, yeah, you should he just gave him general advice of like how to behave. But he never said like to rehearse his answers or anything. That's what Jimmy's claiming.
Yeah, that comment was just kind of like
also,
weird.
It does make sense that you would practice how you should answer things for this because you do want to come off correctly. So I'm not gonna like hate on him for that.
I don't really. That whole part,
but it
didn't
should
matter
be
to
like,
me.
Don't make up your answers.
Yeah,
make sure that the answers are actually what you believe. You know what I mean? Instead of just trying to look like you're a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, they're gonna just say what will make them look best, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it doesn't matter because you didn't come off great. So
I'm glad
the whole thing's over. But the thing that sucks is that allegedly Sarah is now dating Joey. And
I'm like, can't believe it.
For you to go from Ben to Joey, that's like that's not moving up on the chart.
Joey
it's
and
just
Monica,
literally going on the same plane, linear. So
Joey and Monica, that whole relationship unfolding, is that not enough for you to be like,
I shouldn't be involved? Yeah.
And even there, like, at the reunion, she was burying him. She was pissed.
Oh, yeah. She came in ready to just gun load it. And
she had great points and she hit all of her marks.
So allegedly, well, first off, the whole thing was just like, you were never attracted to me. I can clearly see that watching it back. And he was like, it's because your sister got in the way. And I'm like, how?
The sister wasn't there.
The sister is not going to affect how physically attracted you are to her. That has nothing, those two things do not compute. You know what I mean? She brought up the fact that apparently Like, because I think they always kept in touch after the marriage broke off. They were still being friendly, and then he brought up the fact, or no, she found out first that at the first get together in the ski resort when they were all still couples, he after that day DM'd Madison and was like, "Hey, I wish we could have talked more. Like, loving your pink hair." You know, you don't do that when you're about to get married to somebody else.
That's just so wild to me.
And first of all, why would you reach out to Madison while she had pink hair? No one should be talking to her.
No one.
That was a cry for help. Okay.
Like, I'm like, dude, what was that? While they're on the show, like literally while they're still engaged, messaging her.
Yeah. So that was
bad.
like strike number one.
Strike number one.
And I mean, then there was a ton of other strikes. But then after their engagement's over, he brings it up again that like, oh, I went to the club and like she was throwing herself at me. And so then Monica talked to Madison about it. Madison was like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, I did not talk to him.
Yeah, Madison was so good during this part.
Yeah.
And then
it was good until it went too much.
Wasn't good.
Yeah.
Can we get into that part?
I guess so. I guess my whole thing with Joey is just that like, he's just not a good person. It's just funny because he came off like as like the go lucky golden retriever, like silly dude. And like, I think he got like a good edit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then all this shit's come out about him, like just wanting to be on The Bachelor, wanting to be on any show.
I'm like not surprised. I really am not.
And like there was also an interview he did like on TV in Minneapolis where he was like, yeah, I wasn't even really sure I wanted to do this, but my sisters were like, you have to give it a chance because he was like, I didn't even want to really get married. So like for him to like admit that on a news station, like you didn't want this. You just wanted to get followers and stuff. And I feel like Monica really held her ground. She looked amazing and Joey looked like shit. So
she looked so good. She was like my favorite look.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I really do. Her makeup at least.
The makeup was great. It was a bit too much spray tan. I'll say that.
It's okay though. I think we were just alarmed because
it stopped at her shoulders.
It did stop
because her arms were not the same color.
Yep.
I digress.
Madison, Mason, Meg.
That whole situation.
Like Mason and Meg were sitting together, and you can tell they're like really buddy. They essentially like tried to date, but it just didn't work out.
But they're like they're like good friends, best friends.
And then Madison kind of was just like shitting on them, or really just shitting on Mason. And then Meg was basically like defending Mason.
Yeah.
And Molly, there's too many M names. And then Molly was sitting next to Madison, like she was like her like LeFou during the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
She really had no opinion but Madison. She's just on Madison's side for everything.
Yeah.
That's what it was giving to me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So I just feel like Madison, I can understand her being upset at Mason a bit. And I was happy that she said, this is just how I felt. She wasn't saying that like, this is the concrete, like what happened, but she's just saying like, this is what it made me feel like in this situation. So I was happy that she did that. But then it did reach a point where it's just like, okay, girl, you can't just put all the blame on Mason for this. Like you did play a part in it. And she's just saying like, we just had different relationships with different people and whatever. But it's like, if you really wanted Mason to just be with Meg, you should have just cut it off instead of just being like trying to give Mason the option of like, who do you want to be with?
She just acts like she's like, everyone just like wanted me and you guys were better suited. And like, I was going after Alex. And I was just like, girl, you think you're hot shit.
Yeah, because like Meg at one point was like, I feel like I'm the one that really got the shitty
short end of the stick
with this, and it's true. Also, Meg looked great. Like I loved her dress.
Yeah, she looked great.
All of them. I think.
I liked her dress too. Yeah,
but I'm glad they didn't really let Alex speak too much. Alex did speak a bit because Meg tried to, not Meg, see too many M names. Yeah, Madison was like, Alex, you don't even like them. Like, you literally talk shit about all of them. And she tried to pull out the receipts. Yeah. But the receipts didn't really work the same way it did last time with the QR code.
The QR code on the nails was way too iconic.
Instead, it came out of her armpit. And like the text didn't really, it wasn't like point blank. It was like, read the emojis and like what they, you know what I mean?
It was just like the general vibe. It was like, they're like kind of talking shit, but it wasn't like anything crazy. Also, I just love when someone pulls out receipts. I always get excited.
For sure. But like once the receipts were pulled out, and then it didn't work out well. I was like, okay, Madison,
I was
it's
like,
time
that's enough.
it's time to just stop.
Yeah, she was like really good until she wasn't.
Yeah. And also, I don't know, her voice, it sounded like she was on the verge of like crying.
Yeah,
the
she was
entire
very
time.
like riled up. She like had it all rehearsed.
Yeah, I was just like, maybe she's just nervous, but I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm getting stressed out listening to you.
Interesting. I really do like Mason though.
I do like Mason. He's just a boy.
He's just a boy.
He's just a normal, like, he's just a dude that
Yeah.
does stupid stuff because they're just not quick.
Just stupid. I think then they had this inaugural. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. It was their 5th anniversary.
It's their 5th anniversary.
year
So then they did like
of
their
Love is
first.
Blind, which no one cares about.
We had a
first of
live
all.
performance, and each there's a harp in the pod.
Wait,
there's
we
a
didn't
drum
even talk
set in
about
the
Lauren
pod.
and David.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about them.
Yeah. Roll it back.
Sorry.
Lauren and David. Honestly, there's not a ton to say about them because I
Their
feel like
drama got aired out.
All of the men, David took the most accountability.
Yeah.
Not to say that he's a good person. He's still an idiot. He as Lauren said, she's just much more emotionally mature than him.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, you're right. So at least he was able to just be like, yeah, like everything that she would say, he would be like, yes, you are correct.
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, I made that excuse of this and that. And then he even admitted that he would like want to be with her again. And she was just like, you can't do that. That's like ridiculous.
Like at this point, it's just too far gone.
Yeah.
But also for him to be like now, like in the past 2 weeks, like he just kept going back to like 2 weeks ago is when he like finally discovered that like the guy was lying and stuff like that. So I'm like, so you're saying for like a year, you just didn't believe Lauren?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, are you well? Like it took you a whole freaking year to realize that this was all bullshit.
He just didn't want to get married. He just wasn't ready for marriage. So he just blamed it on this random fucker.
And a lot of people online are saying that he's probably gay. And like,
I don't think he's gay, but I
don't know for sure. But like just reading the comments of people that were like, yeah, because he's very particular about like what type of girl he wants. He never like compliments them. He always will say like, you did this wrong. You're doing this. Like you snort. Like it's giving the vibe of like you want a certain aesthetic, but like you're not going to get it. Also, he loves One Direction. So
that is weird. That is weird.
I don't know. Just something that
could be.
And he'll probably never come to that conclusion, and just some girl will have to put up with him and his antics. Mm-hmm. But
and then he'll just be like on Grindr and sleep with men while he's married.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
So many of them out there like that.
There are.
Oh,
there really
God. But anyway, hoping that he is gonna like start taking some accountability and like actually want to be married. I don't know what I was gonna say, but
that's really it. Like I said, a lot of their stuff got aired out on the screen. Basically, now we just see him realizing that he was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay,
and Lauren looked great.
Lauren looked good. Her skin
makeup
was, like,
looked amazing.
Nice. Yeah, she had a spray tan or something. Looked really good. Anyways, yeah, they had like a random. After that, they had like, I don't know really the order of this, but they had like a band come in, and this guy was like singing a song, and like a harp was in a pod, and a drum set was in the pod.
That was awful. The fact that they spent, it was like a whole number too.
It was a whole number.
I thought it was just going to be a teaser and be like, QR code if you want to listen to the rest of the music.
No, it was the whole thing.
No, I had to sit through that whole thing.
They're like our first, and it's going to be a thing, I think, at reunions. And then throughout the whole episode, they did a countdown of the top 5 moments of Love is Blind. And they were like weird. Some of them were like
not
good.
Even that. I'm sorry, but the fact that they included, I don't even remember the name of the dude.
Yeah, his glow up.
I liked the couple, but for them to include his glow up as a top 5 moment in Love is Blind history.
No, Giannina falling in the wedding dress was way too iconic.
That's so much more iconic. The
Megan Fox was good.
Giannina
the Megan Fox was good. Yeah, Giannina saying
when she's like, "Do you know how you said that this was the best sex of your life?" And I don't know what she said, but
do you notice that I don't say it back?
That.
And I love that they used to talk like in separate rooms because they were like trying to emulate the pods. They were like really struggling.
They did that? That's why they did that?
Yes.
Oh my God, I don't remember.
Yes.
Wow. That's so funny.
That's why they were talking in separate rooms.
I'm dead.
They would like every night.
Honestly, I love that she's with Blake from The Bachelor now.
I know.
Babied up.
Ringed up.
Yeah,
for her. So funny. But like, Yes, like that was a moment which was good. The only one that really didn't make sense was that one, but they did the Megan Fox one. They did the one when she was like, "You're gonna choke. You're gonna need an EpiPen."
Lauren and Cameron.
Lauren and Cameron, yeah, iconic.
Which is deserved.
Well deserved always.
I mean, season 1 will just that's the top tier one.
Don't you love that? Like season 2 is just like never spoken of.
What the hell was season 2?
Remember that Indian man that was like literally crazy?
Him.
Like, how was that not on there? Because he was like literally crazy.
Because they don't want to show their bad moments. That's why.
True.
They want to make it seem like, oh, we're doing so great.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we needed to see like the jarring moments.
I
But
want the drama.
That was funny. I can't believe it's been 5 years.
Yeah, that is so crazy.
There's speculation that the next one is going to be in Brooklyn.
I think they announced it already.
Oh.
Yeah, they did.
I mean the one after that.
Oh. Mm-hmm. What did they say? It's like Denver? Denver.
It's in Denver, but the one after Denver is speculated to be in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn would be insane. Like Brooklyn specifically, not even Manhattan, but Brooklyn.
Well, because like it would be people in Manhattan.
That's where all the hipsters are.
Yeah, but it would be people in Manhattan too.
I guess so, but like,
they would like more
Brooklyn
so like
is full of all of the toxic boys who are in bands who like.
There's just speculation that it's
who
in
are
Brooklyn.
In finance, but like want to be DJs.
I know.
Like,
no,
that would be hilarious.
I'm here for it.
I mean,
they need to do New York.
Yeah.
And they can't do Manhattan because it's doing Brooklyn. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's the speculation. That's what I heard.
That'd be so funny.
I know.
Oh my God.
Any thoughts? That was like one of the worst seasons, and it was a good reunion, but that was like probably that second season of Love is Blind and this season are, in my opinion, the worst.
Yeah. Oh, also something random. They promoted the stupid Love is Blind Netflix game or something.
Yeah.
And why did they make Nick like 6 feet tall next to Vanessa in their cartoon version?
Love it. He wanted to be taller.
Nick literally has to wear like inserts in his shoes so that he can be Vanessa's height.
I can't.
I saw their like actual picture together and I was like, homie is wearing inserts in his tennis shoes right now. I can see them.
Short king.
Anyway. Also, if Sarah is actually dating Joey, that's insane to me.
Guess we'll see in a couple weeks.
The speculation is that they were spotted together at a hair salon. I'm like, how does that make them dating?
This like seems weird to me.
According to Storytime with Ricky on Instagram, she does get all the tea, and she's usually correct about most of it.
Damn.
And she said that a close source to them confirmed it with her.
What?
But the whole spot at the hair salon is confusing me. Are you sure that Sarah just wasn't trying to help him out because he desperately needs something done to his hair?
True.
But other than that, please, girl, stand your ground.
Stay.
Don't be with that man because he just wants to be on TV.
Get away.
What we also didn't talk about, the whole AD and Ollie thing. That was a whole segment on the show.
I'm like, where do they find the time to fit all this in?
And I'm confused because they were like at first promoting Perfect Match. So I'm like, did they meet on Perfect Match?
No.
Or are they like hosting it? Because I'm confused.
I think it's just, I mean, AD was liked and so was Ollie, but I'm just like.
Ollie was getting a heat though because he didn't like his girl. And so everyone was like, you want to be with that blonde girl, but look at him now with a beautiful chocolate woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they're like trying to be like, like diversity since the cast was so white. And they were just like,
that's what I was saying. I'm like, they're just trying to put some color in there because that whole stage was looking white.
Okay, that's what I was thinking because I was just like, maybe it's just like too many white people in one episode.
Yeah, it was so strange. But like,
they're celebrating Black love. I mean, come on.
He proposed to her, and I'm like, how long have they been together?
Yeah, I was literally like,
and she got to promote her podcast. I was like, oh my God, is she affiliated with them now? Like, what's happening? Like they must love AD.
They must love AD. I mean, I think she was loved. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, there was a lot of loved people in Love is Blind. Mm-hmm. It's just random that they pick her.
I just think they needed to have more love on the show because everyone else sucked.
I agree.
But it was very strange.
But in the past, they've had like people like sit there I love that they didn't have people from the past seasons. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
We did not need to. I'm so glad they got rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're going to have to like intrude, one couple intrudes, like that's fine.
That's fine.
All right, we need to get into The Bachelor.
Oh boy.
The women tell all. Jesse Palmer coming out looking so cute and perfect, all ready to go with a smile on his face. I really enjoyed this women tell all because it was actually like kind of tea.
The opening,
like
it was super dramatic.
I know.
All the shots of everyone getting ready. I'm so sorry, but Carolina's outfit, wearing her quotes on her jacket.
Weird.
Cancel.
I just loved it because I
Cancel
was like,
her.
this is what we needed.
I mean, yes, but I was also like, okay, can we stop talking about Carolina? Like it reached a point where like the girls were just like fucking cats on a tin roof.
Literally screaming at each other. Yeah, it was an interesting women tell all. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. It was a lot of Carolina.
It was a lot of that. I honestly didn't take a lot of notes because I was just like, I don't even know what to say about this
Dina
anymore. It's
was
going in
her
circles.
Glasses.
Dina's look
Wild.
awful.
She was like trying to give Elle Woods.
I think she was trying to go for like smart lawyer.
Elle Woods.
But baby, don't ever put those glasses on your face ever again.
Did you see Beverly's boobs?
It's like she did 5 trends at once.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beverly's boobs were
out.
So out. I've never seen boobs out like that in a while on TV. Like I think I saw her nipple.
Oh my God. There was one part where she was like adjusting and I was like, whoop.
I'm like, girl, get the girls in.
So Alex looked absolutely amazing though. I was like so
good.
happy. I'm just going to say it. I think she took our notes and she said, I will never get dragged like that ever again. Even though we weren't dragging her, okay?
Bro, I like legitimately...
She literally could have gone on stage with like the minimal makeup that she always does and I would have been like fierce.
No, like I legitimately feel so seen because she took our note.
I mean, she had lashes on. She had full I actually took inspiration on my eyeshadow today based off of her eyeshadow from the Women Tell All.
Wow.
Because I really liked it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. But she looked absolutely lovely. She was wearing like a
she ended up being one of my favorites. She
dress.
Really genuinely ended up being my favorite.
Yeah, like
one of my favorites.
When she was on the couch and they sort of like went over her story of the season, I was like, she should be the Bachelorette.
She should.
Because I think Latia, she's really sweet, but she's too boring. But Alex, she's like spunky, fun. Like I feel like she'd be.
Her personality's
funny.
The
personality is great.
Her on that bowl was so funny. Her saying the butt plug, like she was so funny.
Yeah. I feel like she would give us. I mean, they love a Canadian Bachelorette.
They love a Canadian, and they love like when they're like.
Yeah, and that's what they need.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's gonna go on Paradise. I don't know what her journey's gonna be on there, but like if things don't work out,
she's going on Paradise for sure.
They should definitely consider her for Bachelorette.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of like starts with Carolina's kind of woven into this whole
thing. Everything is just like clearly she was the cloud over all the girls during their season.
So like the main argument is that Carolina had a bad attitude, but then Carolina argues that she had a bad attitude because she felt the vibe that everyone hated her, right? Isn't that like the basis of it?
Pretty much, but then what's her face? Allie Jo was like, girl, you were literally from day one excluding yourself from everyone.
Yeah.
So you brought that upon yourself.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
She's very pick me.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I literally am like over her. I don't even want to speak about her anymore, but we have to.
I know we have to.
The only thing is just like Dina kept saying that like you're not taking accountability. You don't even know what the definition is. But I'm like, I do feel like she is taking some accountability.
I think she did, but like I agree with Dina at the point. Like it was just like they were feuding so hard. I really don't understand how their feud came back. Like I know it was a social media thing, but like Dina making that post was wrong.
Yeah, Dina tried to say like I was just doing it to promote the episode.
She's like, I didn't think it was gonna blow up.
But I'm like,
I'm so sorry. What?
And like I can see her side where she was just like, I was literally just talking about episode stuff, and you decided to bring in actual like real life stuff about her text messages, which wasn't necessary.
That was definitely not necessary. But Dina prodded her. Don't poke the bear.
I mean, if you knew,
don't poke the bear.
If you knew you're gonna post that, you could have just texted her and been like, "Hey, girl, literally just doing this."
Like
because of what's going to happen for the next episode, but it's just shits and giggles, so don't worry. But that must have not happened.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. I don't know why Dina did that. Like she just resurged a whole feud for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're getting their airtime. They're getting people talking. So.
Yeah, I didn't really like. Dina was just kind of annoying during the
like I couldn't really get on her side. Also, they talked to Dina about the whole family thing, and it turns out that she's the one that decided for her family not to come. And but then she was like upset with Grant because she was like, I didn't know it was such a big deal for Grant. I'm like,
there was a lot of blame on Grant. Like I literally texted her, I was like, Grant's getting a lot of heat because Carolina was also mad at him.
Yeah,
she was like, I want him out.
Him to take accountability about the whole Rose thing. But I'm like, First of all, with the Dina situation, of course, meeting the family is a big deal. That's literally like the 3-part step for you to get engaged. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't be mad at him for saying that was part of the reason why he broke up with you.
Yeah.
You know? Especially if you decided not to bring them. Like, I understand she's saying that like half of her family wanted to do it, half of her family didn't, and she didn't want to have to be fighting with that the whole time. But it's like, you could have just brought the ones that wanted to come.
Mm-hmm.
Period. End of story.
Yeah.
So, obviously, and it's obvious like you didn't want it enough either if you didn't want to bring them in.
Yeah, like it's just like
it's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street. I definitely agree, and that was definitely like more telling of how Dina and where she was at. She didn't think Grant was gonna pick her.
Grant's not the one for her anyway.
Yeah, it just was like a whole
She's
thing.
not meant to be with that man.
No.
And then the whole thing with Carolina wanting Grant to take accountability with that, like at the end of the show, they brought out this magic mirror thing to promote Snow White, and they're like, show us, did Grant actually say like he was thinking about Rose or whatever?
Yeah.
And it showed that clip again of him being like, when we were all dancing,
yeah,
I was definitely thinking about you.
Well, the thing is, like, he did say that, and I bet you Rose literally said that, and
still think that Carolina spun it?
I don't even think that. I think
that's
she
what you said
heard what
originally.
Rose said. I think she did spin it. Yeah, I do think she spun it, but I think she just like put it together. She was like, I was dancing with him. So it was me. So she just panicked and did spiral and then kind of blew it up. But she just pulled him at the wrong time. Like all the timing was wrong. Like
yeah, the girls were saying like you could have just waited to do all that the following week.
Yeah, but she just like didn't. But then I do get that because it's kind of just like when things come up, you just want to like say it because you don't see him a ton. I don't know. I think Carolina's still in the wrong.
But I do think Carolina like
she was
just treating it as if it was her show.
Yes.
And she even said it, the Carolina show at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, she just was excited. Yeah. I mean,
it was like a full crash out for Carolina on that stage.
Yeah. I mean, there's some points I actually kind of like do see her point of view.
Yeah,
but also,
I can see both sides for everybody's thing. But it's just
usually
like,
with the villain, I'm like, it's nothing on her side, but I actually could see the sides of her.
Mm-hmm.
They like kind of talked about Zoe for a little bit. I like all her drama in the beginning.
Yeah, they
Serafina
did.
And Serafina like kind of apologized for the short dress comment.
She did.
Serafina got like way more screen time that I did not think she needed to go up to the couch.
I was because they showed the clip of her crying to Grant after she got voted. I mean, not voted off, but you know,
I was like, where was that?
And they didn't because on the episode they literally just saw her walk out.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I had no idea that happened.
Yeah.
And so that was nice to see.
And her mom like had
her mom was cute.
Yeah, but I was just like, why did she get that? You know, and I was like, this is so random.
They do random stuff like that. You know, they're trying to make it seem whole. They had to put some wholesome stuff in there to balance out the freaking yelling of the girls.
Wait, why was the Mormon show advertised and then what's his name? Hakeem? Not Hakeem.
They showed him again?
Is it Hakeem?
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
No, I was cooking.
He was literally there just for that ad. And it was like the small box of just Hakeem reacting to the...
You're joking.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. They like probably invited him just for that.
Yeah, because they did that last time.
Because my thing is that like, I'm so happy that The Bachelor will keep a meme up. And I'm proud of them for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I had really. I was just like, let's just shut up about Carolina, please. The girls don't like her.
Yeah.
Period.
The end.
And she's going to run with it and do her own thing, clearly.
Yeah.
And try and make something happen off of it.
Yeah.
What will come? I don't know. It's clear she's probably going to be on Paradise or something.
She's probably going to be on Paradise. Probably Alex is going to be on Paradise. Maybe Dina.
Honestly, I think Serafina might be on there.
Someone like an Allie Joe might be on
Bailey,
there.
I think she'll probably go on.
Maybe a Bailey.
She got her braids done, so she's ready for the beach.
Yeah, she got the braids.
I'm just so like unenthused with this show. I'm like over it. I'm like, can we please get to the ending? I mean, they showed the preview as well, and honestly, it left me a bit confused. I'm like, I don't think he's like, going to be with Latia.
Which car am I going to send out? I have another speculation. The one we haven't talked about yet.
Zoe? What?
No. Single.
Yeah, because I was listening to another podcast and they were like, Grant seems sad.
He seemed like fucking tired.
Tired. Yeah.
He just like
worn out.
I think Grant is a really funny bachelor because like with Joey's tired. Joey was spent. Joey
He
was
will always
tired.
put a smile on
but he
his face because
always
he's a
put-
people pleaser.
Yes, but Grant like doesn't give a fuck,
Yeah.
and I kind of love him for that
Yeah.
because he was just kind of like, he's kind of just like standing there, and then Jesse was like, "What can you tell him?" He's like, "I can't say anything."
Lips are sealed. And yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think I like Grant. Like, I think I would actually like Grant as
Oh,
a
yeah.
human. Like,
I
I
feel
would
like
want
I
to
would-
hang out with him.
I'd
I'd actually,
hang.
I would kiss him. I love him actually.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Whoa. This took a turn.
I'd marry him.
That meme.
You can have Joey. I'll have Grant.
Gladly.
Actually,
Unfortunately,
Grant's too tall. The height situation. I should be with Joey and you should be with Grant, but like it doesn't make sense.
Grant is my
emotionally.
brother. I'm so sorry. I have no physical attraction to that man.
You don't?
To Grant?
You don't think he's cute at all?
I mean, I think he's a handsome dude.
You wouldn't kiss him?
He's a handsome dude.
If this man comes to you at the bar,
I would kiss him. I would kiss him for sure.
I was just about to say, I was
but
like,
then
I
I would be like, am I kissing my second cousin? Yes.
I would be like, I'd be like, don't sing, don't speak, just
Don't
stand
dance.
there. Don't dance. Actually, his dancing's pretty good.
The dancing wasn't
I mean,
bad.
he is off-brand Chris Brown. Like I've been saying this whole time. Like literally, even with the earrings too. Like he has the Chris Brown like diamond earrings. Like
Oh, Grant.
Grant
We're
Ellis.
fans. We're fans.
I do like him.
But I want him off the show because I think he wants to be off the show too.
I do like him, but I do fear he needs to get off that screen.
I fear he needs to just be lying down.
He needs to lie
He
down.
needs rest.
Him and Juliana, or him and no one.
We'll see. But what caught my eye in the preview was that he was saying "I love you" to Latia so easily.
I know. Well, I think that's what I'm saying. They're making it seem like it's Latia, so I
But
don't
it's
think
not.
it's Latia.
It's
I
not.
don't think it's Latia.
No.
Just like based off like how, I guess it could be.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's obviously not Zoe. We can say that.
No, but I don't know.
He might be single.
Yeah.
Or
I feel like he might have gotten engaged, but then he broke up with them. I don't know.
Or do you think he did a Matt James and didn't get engaged?
Mm.
How are you deciding that last minute? Jesse's like, we got to know what car to send, buddy. I'm like, how is this man making the decision? Like,
I don't know.
just like, this is the closest call we've seen.
Jesse be saying that he said the entire night all of these things like this was the funniest thing we've ever seen. This was the craziest moment. Like, I'm like, Jesse, no, it wasn't. The chubby bunny thing too.
Oh, he's so hot for that.
Also, he wasn't saying chubby bunny, so he was not doing the test correctly. He just kept saying numbers. That's not how this works, Jesse. But he clearly got a big mouth. Okay, I can't talk about this anymore. I'm getting drained. I'm feeling like Grant. No wonder
You're
he's so
spent.
freaking tired.
You're spent.
This season is
It's so
so,
funny. It's like-
ugh.
I could sit and talk about Love is Blind forever, but like The Bachelor, like we have to cap it. Like it's literally done.
Capped, done, period.
Capped. But yeah, another thing. Are you caught up on Severance? Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah,
Guys, Severance is so good. I can't believe it.
it's not bad this season, guys. Coming from a realist over here.
It's starting to like, I cannot believe Miss Lobel. It all makes sense. That Lobel.
Spoilers if you're not caught up to
Okay,
the
they should
latest
have. They should have
episode
been.
8, season 2.
You should be caught up by now because Lobel creating the Severance, all of that, the Glasgow, she was like repeating all the things. It makes so much sense because she was so in tune with
Mm-hmm.
Adam Scott. Not Adam Scott. Oh, that's the actor's name.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Scout. What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh my God. What's his name? Oh my God.
I literally don't know anything when I watch that show.
I can't believe this.
I have to watch a recap. Mark.
Anyways, that was such a good like ending to that episode.
I hope she, flips
She's
the script.
creepy. She's so creepy in that episode.
I just think they were
Demonic.
all creepy
Sissy.
and
Ugh.
weird.
Sissy.
I had to rewatch the episode 3 times.
Oh Lord. Yeah, it took
'Cause
me
it
a
was so
second.
hard to get
It was a hard one.
Because the last 10 minutes were all
So
that
good, but
mattered.
It was so good. It was so good.
But I am excited to see where
It
the
goes.
next episode goes.
I know, it's so
I
good.
think it's finally getting somewhere.
There's so many layers. I mean, the episode before we didn't really talk about, but like that episode is gonna win so many things. Also, woman
that was
director.
a good episode. Mhm.
The transitions, the attention to detail. The fact that you can be severed in the like there's a different floor and she's getting severed and each room.
What's her name?
Miss Casey?
Miss
Gemma?
Casey.
Whatever.
Gemma.
Miss
Mhm.
Casey, Gemma. Oh.
Yeah,
And
that was a
everyone-
good episode.
And
I
everyone's
enjoyed
like,
that
Adam
one.
Scott is so hot. I'm like, guys, have
He
y'all
is
not seen Parks and Rec though? Like, there is a lore to Adam Scott. Like, I don't think he's hot, but like, I can see it.
I mean, yeah, I can see how someone could be interested in him, but not me.
Yeah. But like, it's just because he's been like so like spent, and then this is like him seeing him in love.
Mm.
The throwbacks.
Mhm.
But anyways, that's really good. White Lotus is just.
I mean, there's some. I guess people just like these type of shows where it's just this slow ass burn every fucking episode.
I don't know.
I'm like, can we just have some motion in the ocean? Lord, there's nothing going on.
But White Lotus
here.
has always been like that.
And exactly,
Yeah.
but everyone still loves it.
Yeah, I love
and like
it.
every season, I'm like, oh my god,
We're
can we
getting to like the
please get to
climax.
something good?
We are getting to the climax because this is what happened. This is like it's been rising. Now they're all like away. It always happens when they're away from the resort. So like the girls are at that like club right now with the butler or massage therapist / healer stone man, yoga instructor.
He's doing
he does
it all.
everything. He does everything. And then they're on the boat. He's going to Bangkok. We found out why he's going to Bangkok at least.
Yeah.
So that was something. That was a reveal.
You didn't know about that?
That wasn't enough. Oh, wait, what?
I feel like we knew. I mean, I knew that he was looking for.
Yeah, but I
his
didn't know
wife's-
why. I didn't know why.
Okay.
But because he killed his father.
I just put it together because when he spoke to that therapist and was like, "My dad died when I was young." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's probably the person that killed his dad."
Yeah. True. Well, it was confirmed.
Yeah.
But how about that man stealing the gun? Or sorry, leaving the gun.
Leaving the gun
And then
for
the
it to be
dad-
stolen. I don't understand why the dad stole the gun. What's he going to do with the gun? Is he going to kill himself?
I don't know because he's on the mom medicine.
Yeah. But I'm just like, bruh.
He is my favorite character. Like I literally
The
when he's on the
dad?
screen, yes, because he's so like what is happening, bro?
I don't like him. I just feel like I just hate when characters make stupid ass decisions.
Of course.
Like I literally, it's so
It's
hard
not
for me
his
to
decision.
get.
It's the security guard. I'm literally like, you're terrible at your job leaving a gun.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about him taking all the drugs and stuff. I just don't like when they make characters do stuff for the plot. I mean, they have to, but it's just like you couldn't go about this any other. I don't know. It just irks me in ways where I'm just like, this
Him
is
taking
clearly
the drugs.
only for something to occur.
Yeah, like is he gonna kill himself, the wife, the kids?
No,
What do you think then?
not the kids.
Yeah, I don't know. Who do you think he's gonna kill? Like, why would he take that gun?
Because he's fucking crazy.
I don't know. He's crazy, and I don't even know what like financial debt he's in. But it's just like just embezzlement, like just fraud and embezzlement and whatever the fuck. But just like, why don't you talk to your? I don't know.
Well, no, he did talk to the lawyer.
No, the wife. His wife.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm just like, tell somebody something. That's what I just don't understand. I'm like, is that how people actually operate in the world?
Yes, I guess rich people. I don't know.
I don't understand why
And then
people
I'm
just
like-
don't speak
I was
to
like,
each
Belinda,
other.
I was like, Belinda, why are you telling him that you know Tanya and now he's looking at you weird? He's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you.
yeah, that
He's gonna
might
kill
happen.
you.
Oh yeah, that old man.
Oh,
Bald man. Anyways, we're watching those shows. I'm gonna start watching Summer House or something because I can't handle these scripted TV shows anymore.
like I can't
I
dare
can't handle these.
look at a cultivated screenplay. Or
No, it's just not my type of TV. I guess.
Yeah, you
I
don't
mean,
like
I'd
the
rather watch
slow-
like House of Dragons or something, but not this.
yeah, I understand. I
I mean,
understand.
I'm gonna watch
slow burn.
it, but it's just not. It just doesn't get me till the end.
Yeah, I love it. I do understand the slow burn aspect though, because sometimes I'm like, oh my god, but I think it's worth it. I love a good like storyline like that. But yeah, we'll see all that stuff. Now we're finally synced up with our shows, kind of ish for the most part.
We're gonna be out of reality TV for a minute.
It's okay.
Maybe we'll do some interviews with people or something. Have some special
We
guests.
perhaps might have some things up our sleeve.
Who knows? We'll see. If you have any suggestions about things that we should watch or get into,
Love to hear
leave
it.
a comment below. Send us a DM, whatever you prefer, and we'll see what it's all about.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for
I think
today.
that's it, guys. So Thanks for listening if you made it this far.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to do. Share, like, subscribe, all the things for the pod.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.